Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll show you how to de-baffle a Kawasaki Vulcan 800. These are the original pipes on there. So I'll just start it up so you guys can hear the OEM mufflers. So to start with, I'm going to remove all the rivets holding these black caps, and it's the same on both pipes. So for this, I've got my drill. I've got a 3/16 bit. Hopefully that's the right size. Now I'm going to use a chisel just to knock the rivets off. Just make sure you wear safety glasses. And now you can get the cap off. And now I'm just going to repeat the process on the other pipe here. And that's what it looks like with the black caps off. I will start it up right now just so that you can hear the sound difference just with the caps off, in case you're happy just doing that. So I don't really find it that much louder with the caps off. I think if you wanted it louder, you'd have to drill more holes in here, or possibly drill holes inside here in the baffle. But for now, I'm going to remove the whole baffles from each pipe. I'm just going to start drilling holes here. Then I'm going to use a hacksaw and just cut all around here. So I've got a 3/8 bit here, and I'm going to start drilling on the edge. Now today I'm going to be using my pneumatic hacksaw to get in here and cut all the way around. Now you probably don't have this at home, so you could use a hacksaw like this. And if you're doing it manually, what I suggest is to drill a whole bunch of holes around here so that it's easier and that you have less metal to cut. Now when I use this saw here, I make sure to wear safety glasses. Even if you're doing it by hand, I would recommend that you wear safety glasses as well. By the way, guys, I do have a video review on this tool here, and the link is underneath today's video. Just click on it and go watch it. And this may happen throughout the process. And there, I just bent it back. It's not the easiest stuff to cut through. And once you've cut all around, just grab some pliers and pull on the baffle. It might be in there tight actually. I'm just going to use a bigger pair of pliers. There we go. So they're quite long baffles in these pipes. I didn't think they'd be this long. And here's what it looks like. There's a few imperfections, but I'm going to grind this down further in the video. And here's the other pipe. So now let's start it up and see what this sounds like before I do the finishing touches. Now to clean the edges off here, I've got my die grinder and I've got a good deburring bit on it. And I'm just quickly going to run a 400 grit emery sandpaper. And make sure to wear gloves because there could be small burrs that are sharp still left. And this is what I'm left with. I did nick the inside a bit over here, but it's not a big deal. You can always sand this down if you want. You can always throw a coat of heat-resistant black paint inside here if you want. The main thing though is I didn't want any sharp burrs left. And there are a few imperfections on this pipe here. I did go in a bit too deep with the saw. It is a bit hard to control sometimes. But overall, it's a cheap way to make your bike sound a lot more beefier without spending money on aftermarket pipes. Make sure before you remove the baffles that you will be happy keeping it this way unless you have a spare set of pipes like this. I did end up buying another set of OEM pipes quite cheap, so I bought them just in case I wouldn't be happy after I took the baffles out. And I did buy these Vance & Hines pipes as well last fall. They were pretty cheap. So I also have these pipes to put on the bike. I have the OEMs with the baffles. And I'm going to have the OEM pipes with the baffles out. It's actually quite easy to replace these pipes. You just have 2 Allen nuts on each pipe. And there's also 2 Allen bolts at the bottom of the lower pipe. There they are. And then underneath the upper pipe there is a 12mm nut. And actually I'm quite impressed with the sound of these pipes with the baffles out. You might be happy just taking out the baffles and keeping these instead of spending money on aftermarket pipes. And by the way guys, I have not rejetted this carburetor. I have not replaced the air filter as well with a higher flow filter. It's all original. Although I am going to rejet this carburetor with a Vance & Hines kit. I want to do that just so that it has quicker warm-ups. These bikes do take a while to warm up. And I may get the K&N high flow filter as well when I do the rejetting. And by the way, the rejetting kit here in Canada costs about $100. And also the OEM pipes look quite good. And I'm just going to give it one last start so we can hear the sound difference again. Thanks again for watching guys. If you have any tips on the Kawasaki Vulcan 800, please comment below. I just got my bike last fall, so I'm just playing around with it with the pipes here, kind of like a hobby. But any tips would be appreciated, especially on the jetting of the carburetor. And basically any other good tips or issues that you've encountered on this bike here is appreciated.